And I'm sure everything will be just fine. Let's recast the shield, I guess. Let me guess, I'm not gonna have enough magic, am I? Oh, I do. Good. So I guess we're going all the way back to the start? That's a bit of a trip then, isn't it? We've killed all the monsters on the way, but why do I have a feeling that's not gonna matter? Missed those somehow, but then it's rare that I use them. Only trappers, really. Where am I? That is not helpful. There we go. Okay, there was a ladder. Oh, hi there. Yeah, I know how to deal with you now. Why do I always equip the sword? Well, it makes me feel safe. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Worker is surprised to see Roberto. He confesses to cowardice as he stayed behind while others ventured further into the complex. The screams of others echoed from the walls. He dared not move. I don't know if that was new or not. It's hard to tell sometimes. The good news is I have to be close to the end of this chapter. I mean, there's nothing really left for me to do. They really must have expected people to use that thing slow as it reloads. Anything? Ladder, door, something? Candlelight spell?
And what news do you bring me, Architect?
The foundations are infested. Demons and devils. Many lives will be lost if you try to build there.
You have done well to complete your goal, Bianchi. The construction will continue as planned.
But the demons! You'd be insane to build there.
Silence, dog! What dwells beneath the Forbidden City is the very reason it was built. For you to understand, you must witness it firsthand. Let me educate you. Guards! Put this one with the others of the sacrifice. I am am the scourge of God, appointed to chastise you, since no one knows the remedy for your iniquity except me. You are wicked, but I am more wicked than you. So be silent. Now you, architect, you are about to make your largest contribution to this project.
Well, okay then. Yeah, I can see why defeating the darkness hinged on this guy. Yeah, your sanity is really low there, isn't it? Let's go ahead and remedy that. Boy, even that wasn't enough to particularly heal it that much. Come on, you haven't been going through all this, Alex. What's your problem? So, anyway, with that, another chapter done. Now the question becomes, where do we go from here? So, anyway, let's go ahead and pause here with that chapter complete. And see you again next time. Alright, back at it. So now that Roberto's become a fine upstanding pillar of the community, it's time to figure out where we need to go next. And I'm not quite sure. The only thing we really got from that chapter was how to raise a zombie, and I don't really know where that would be too terribly useful. Now, we're not going to bother going back to the observatory and messing around in there, because I haven't really gotten a sense that we're any closer to solving that, and I've been spinning my wheels enough as is. Now, I do hear something like it's crumbling. Maybe we're supposed to learn from Roberto and survey the area? Oh, there's that pillar. Should Alex try to survey the area? Yep. An unseen force guides Alex's hand toward the painting, compelling her to look behind it. She reaches out and pulls back the painting and discovers a chapter page hidden behind it. I guess so. Sense of familiarity overcomes her, and as the chapter page comes to her fingers, so does the realization that Roberto's spirit is aiding her. A war to end all wars.
The Black Guardian grows restless, my liege. Its hunger increases, and the binding continues to weaken. We feed it flesh, but I fear it will not guard the relic too much longer.
There is no choice in the matter. It must remain and guard the artifact until the time of planetary alignment. After that, the Guardian may return to its lair. Our master does not like failure. It is imperative to keep the binding intact.
Then we have to find more flesh and bone.
Well, alright then. So I guess very quickly there we got a chapter page, so we may as well start this up and go through the rigmarole of whatever they want to say to us.
The war to end all wars redefined how mankind looked at war and the value of human life. A Over 19,000 men lost their lives every day in the trenches of the Somme. Some say uselessly, some invoke a higher cause. I read accounts of the slaughter from many journalists who spent time in the trenches, but I found the account of a certain Peter Jacob to be the most horrible of all. His implication about the ancients' involvement with the war was hideous and so obvious. With the horror of the Battle of the Somme scant miles away and the distant echoes of pounding artillery, a young journalist named Peter Jacob researched his latest story from the front lines. His grim task brought him to Oublier Cathedral, now transformed into a field hospital.
I find no solace in the purpose behind all the senseless violence that surrounds me. Young men die at a rate unheard of in centuries of warfare. Shelling, machine guns, mustard gas, rip, pierce, and burn the flesh. Men soak gauze in their own urine to stop the insidious gas. The hospitals here cannot cope with the torrent of wounded.
Well, we've got this staring at us right in the face, shining away brightly. A soldier's letter lies on the table waiting to be sent home. You know, I'll be honest, I've never really liked modernish military sort of things, so, yeah. Flash pen, flash powder, a lucky penny, and soldier's letter number 1. Okay, let's go ahead and read this. First letter from Private Reginald Jackson to his love Margaret. I was admitted to this hospital on Tuesday. The damage caused to my legs was slight, but there is no way that I could ever walk normally again. I hate this place. Every day I am reminded that I will never be able to do the things I love. The hospital is a very strange place. Converted from an old cathedral, there's an odd atmosphere around it. Silent but for the words of the wounded calling out in the night. There is no doubt it's haunted. What I find most odd in this place is that you never see anyone leave during the day. It's not right. No goodbyes or farewells, just an empty bed when you wake. An old coin marked in a peculiar manner is held sentimental value for someone. Whoever holds the penny will undoubtedly receive good fortune. Pfft, not in this game, brother. Pouch of flash powder for use with a photographic flash pan. This is a photographer's flash pan used to hold combustible powders that when ignited create a large white flash. This can be used to stun some enemies. Oh, gods. We're not gonna fight, are we? So, yeah, anyway, quick save here, and we'll refresh the recording stream and get on with it. I already have the sense that this is going to be an aggravating chapter. So, back in a moment.